Hi, my name is Luke Bagwell, and I'm a California FFA State Proficiency Finalist in Landscape Management. In 2019, I decided to start my own business providing my community with an affordable residential yard service. My parents helped me by lending me their lawnmower, weed eater, and other basic yard tools. Early on, I made it a personal goal of mine to own all of my own equipment, and over time, I was able to reinvest some of my earnings into new and more powerful equipment. I am most proud that I was able to purchase a Husqvarna zero-turn lawnmower. This has made my day more efficient, and I have been able to add more jobs to my schedule. My clients' needs change daily, so I'm always prepared to adapt to their yard's needs. Day to day, I evaluate and make judgment calls in regards to additional services that may or may not need to be done. In addition to my basic services, I have also been asked to provide fire breaks around properties that may border large fields or forested areas. I travel just beyond local neighborhoods to other communities and have had to adjust for higher fuel expenses. When the season starts, I usually let community members know that I will be in the area on a specific day during the week, and that my services are available. Scheduling on these days is important because I take the mow as I go approach and serve clients en route to my final destination. This will be my third year in business, and I will continue my residential clients and will be expanding. This year, I interviewed for 2 commercial jobs and am excited to add them to my list of clients. I will perform lawn care and maintenance for a local bank and for a cemetery in a neighboring community. Being honest, reliable, and hardworking has been proven as my business continues to grow. Tackling time management, bookkeeping, learning basic mechanic skills, and taking pride in a job well done, along with willingness to expand my knowledge about new and different lawn care practices, make me a great candidate as a finalist in this proficiency.
What horticultural practices do you employ to ensure a beautiful landscape for your clients?
At the beginning of each season, I like to do an evaluation of all of my clients' yards just so I can see what needs to be done for the season. I also like to include them in this process just because they know their yard best. They can ask me for any additional services that they might want me to provide. My services include thatching, fertilizing, and weed abatement. And as I get further into the season, I start paying more attention to their irrigation systems and if their lawn is getting enough water or too much water because it can get kind of finicky in the heat of the summer. Through the course of the season, I'm constantly monitoring their lawns for any fungus, insect damage, or rodent invasion, and then I will address that issue accordingly. As the season closes, I will consult once again with my client and make sure they don't have any more questions about the following year. And I can also ask them if they want any other fall services that I can provide, like picking up leaves or winterizing the lawn.
What safety measures do you follow when using hand and power equipment?
Before I operate any of my equipment, I like to make sure that it's all in tip-top shape and working order. That includes tightening loose parts, checking fluid levels, and just making sure that it's safe to be used. I also wear protective clothing and safety goggles to ensure that I'm not injured. Being constantly aware of my surroundings is something that I'm very vigilant about because there's always the chance of a child running out in front of you or small pets running around all the time and even adults being in your work environment, so you have to always be aware. In addition to protective eyewear, I also wear earplugs because my equipment is extremely loud. Because my equipment is large, I take great safety in loading and unloading it to avoid injury of myself and others.
What is the most satisfying part of your project?
There are many satisfying parts to my project, but if I had to pick one, it would probably be giving back to my community. I was able to donate to 2 different people. One of my clients lives alone and is on a limited income. She also had to get surgery for a collapsed lung and relied on me heavily for most of her yard work. She always talked about how she liked her yard to look nice and would love to sit outside and enjoy it. I also purchased her a patio set so she could sit outside and enjoy her back deck. The other organization that I donated to was the Alturas Garden Club. I have mowed for them for the past 2 years now, and I have a great appreciation for their organization because I too believe in the beautification of our community. As a result of COVID-19, they weren't able to fundraise, unfortunately, this year to help cover yearly expenses. Since I've built such a great clientele base, I figured I would offer my services from last year free of charge. Being able to donate my services free of charge is by far the most satisfying part of my project.